Hey everyone, welcome. Uh, it's been a incredibly, incredibly, you know, uh, tough weekend. Hi, Lourdes, how are you? Hey, Hippie, Martine, Julie. Let's wait a little bit. Robin, Karen, Lori. I hope you guys are having a good evening. Jill, New York City in the house. Always, Renee. Do you guys hear me good? Just give me like a thumbs up or something, just so I know, because I want to make sure that the volume is good. Hey, Cheryl, Mary, my sister Ludmila's here in the house. Franny, hi, Fran, how are you? Melania, keep smashing those hearts. Let's get as many people in here, folks. We have some stuff to discuss and talk about, some news, some breaking news, some stuff, some actually that happened a few literally within the past hour, and that's why I decided, we need to go live and go talk about a lot of things that are happening. Pegs, riled up. I want to give you a special shout out, Pegs. I saw those messages to Midas. We're going to talk about Cheech is here. Cheech is going to come up. We're going to talk about Ukraine. We have a lot to discuss. So let's start off with, basically the most, uh, I guess what the past past 48 hours have been very tough. And for those of you that read my Substack letter that I wrote earlier today, basically says, exactly what it means. It starts off by two massacres in one weekend. Uh, you had a massacre happening here in the United States, something that, as I vowed to you in my Substack letter, that at LEVREMEMBERS, one of the things we do, besides speaking truth to power, besides uncovering all of these corruptions and giving you an inside look of what some of the most powerful people that are running our country or world that I know, that I've been a part of, that I could give you not only an inside look, but also allow that my sources that bring you certain information. And we are going to talk about X-Girl, about Midas, and a lot of other stuff. But I want to start off by talking about gun rights a little bit. And I want to make sure to, first of all, I want to, send out my condolences. Maybe if we could take a moment of silence for both tragedies. One, for the two deaths that happened here in the United States at Howard University, and also for the attack that happened in Australia. The death numbers keep charging. So if we could take a minute of silence for everybody right now. All right. So now that, I want to move on and talk about a couple of things. First, did I say Howard? I'm sorry, Brown. I'm sorry, Sharon. I meant to say Brown. Brown University. I apologize. Just so much going on. I apologize for that. Yes, Brown University, folks. I apologize. But what I do want to say is one of the things we're going to do, and it's not a mission against Second Amendment rights in any way. I could promise you that, folks. But this is going to be a major fight about putting in common sense laws to making sure that there's accountability, stop the politicization of fighting gun rights and laws when our kids are getting killed. Look, I could spend hours just talking about that one subject, but we're going to talk about a lot more of it coming up. I've been making calls all day to different people, different congressmen and women in different organizations. And, just like I said, enough is enough. And I'm going to definitely make those T-shirts. Enough is enough when it comes to the way Trump degrades and speaks to women. journalists in the Oval, the way he talks to them, the way he insults them, the way he calls them. Enough is enough with that. Enough is enough with the way we're politicizing right now. That's is enough with the president of the United States standing there talking about a death of an icon, so, a tragedy. When it comes to also a lot of us, we had a third tragedy. That's right. Some of you mentioned it, and I want to also include the Reiner family in our hearts, and our hearts go out to the Reiner family. Major tragedy. An icon, somebody. I mean, and to have the president of the United States, I mean, to come out and say, I'm not even going to repeat the nasty words he said, and to have, again, nobody in the press to stand up and say, that is disgusting, just walk out. We need to start boycotting his press conferences. Enough is enough. We can't keep doing this. We can't give him a platform to go out there to insult people, to degrade people, to embarrass people. I mean, enough is enough, folks. And, that's why I'm going to say to you, this GoFundMe that we set up to go out there and do some damage, I just want to say God bless each and every one of you. We're over 62 or 63,000 already. We have just a little bit more to go. We need, if you guys could put it in there, we need to make sure to be able to hire. We have another call coming up this week with this group to try to work out, see how we can retain them as quick as possible. At the same time, our hotline, volunteer hotline, is growing by the day. We have over 60, 70 powerful volunteers. I think we have more than that, but I mean active volunteers. So enough is enough, folks, and we're going to make a push, and we're going to make it let them know. So please, folks, continue spreading the GoFundMe. Franny, Ali just put it up there. Keep contributing. We're almost there, and believe me, once we get over this first phase, which is the most important phase, which is to be able to go hire the professionals, so I don't have to be out here talking about money or talking about raises or stuff like that. Let them deal with all of that. Let them set up. I just want to go out there, and I want to be able to talk about what's important. I want to talk about the Epstein files. I want to talk about our economy. I want to talk about gun rights. I want to talk about actually what Trump is doing and people inside his movement. I want to talk about, the fake right now. We have Marjorie Taylor Greene literally using the media just like Trump used them to manipulate. And basically, yes, there's a breakup in MAGA, but she's not some angel coming out here to save our democracy, folks. She didn't have a change of heart. What she's actually doing is she's taking the mega movement and is dissecting whoever is pissed with Trump. And what my sources are telling me, they're promoting the America First movement. So right now you're having an American First movement, which goes back all the way to the 30s and 20s, that is being reestablished and reborn from the mega movement. Absolutely, Karen, do not trust her. Absolutely not. So I want to start off by saying, first of all, for everybody that celebrates Hanukkah, happy Hanukkah. I know it's a tough day, but Hanukkah is also, for those of you that know, is a holiday for miracles. And we did have a miracle yesterday in Australia. We had a civilian, and I want to say his name. His name is Ahmed Al Ahmed. And I want to repeat it because he was a true hero. And this is what I want everybody. This is a man from Syria. That he was not Jewish. He had no what's it called. He was there. He risked his life, got shot twice to defend people, saved countless of people, from a terrorist act. And he, the true hero, people like Ahmed Al Ahmed. I want to say his name again, Ahmed Al Ahmed, because God bless him that he came out there, because it could have been a lot more worse if he didn't come out there and stop the horror and risk his own life and everything. And in his name, we need to start use that to also to be able, as part of our platform, to speak up and stop this anti-Semitism, this Islamophobia, these racism, there's misogyny, and part of my movement and part of what I'm going to go out there is go head on, not just with hashtags, folks, I promise you, but we're going to go out there and hit them hard. So for those of you that are celebrating Hanukkah, which I am doing today also with my family, after I'm done here, we lit our candles, and we're going to go downstairs and have dinner later. I just wanted to wish every one of you, and Christmas is coming up. The holidays are here. And I listen, it's tough to go through days like we went through yesterday, but we need to unite and we need to stay together. We need to uphold each other. We need to know that better days are ahead of us, and that the number one thing that will stop all this is if we get this monster out of office, because the number one thing he's doing is dividing our country to such a degree, dividing the world. Not even the country. And, part of when we're going to go out there is also speak, which is very important, not only about the Epstein victims, not only about students and gun rights, but also something extremely very dear to my heart and dear to each and every one of your hearts, because you're here with us in this family, and that's Ukraine. Not only Ukraine, what's hope going on there, and I'm going to give you some updates about what's going on behind the scenes that the media is not talking about right now, but also about those kids, those unfortunate Ukrainian children stolen, trafficked into Russian re-education pipelines. And if you guys read a few weeks ago, I wrote a letter that now they're resurfacing these Ukrainian miners in North Korea through Russian-linked introductionary routes. It's incredible what's happening. So part of our platform is also to make sure that we keep our voice up on Ukraine and we don't let nobody forget about it. So before we get into Ukraine stuff, because I want to bring up Cheech, I want to bring up some other people that if you guys want to come up, if you have anything to say, Pegs, if you want to come up, say anything, anybody wants to come up, just let me know. But uh, Cheech is going to come up with us, and we're going to talk about Ukraine in a second. But I want to address one thing, the elephant in the room, as they call it. Today in the morning, I woke up. A lot of you might have seen that during the day there was a lot of posts going on Substack and other social media about people asking the Midas touch, why are they not? I guess yesterday they were doing some reporting about Ukraine, and while in their Ukraine reporting, they didn't. Obviously mention anything that we talk about, and for some reason they're not promoting our platform. It is kind of strange. I'm gonna say it out strange. I give Ben, Brett, and Jory the benefit of the doubt. I know them from when they just first started. I know what's it called. And by the way, some of you just put it. My son is hurt. Yes, a shout out before we get into the mice guy. My son, just an update. He has a mild concussion. He slipped down. He fell down on ice stair steps. But he's doing okay. He's doing much better. I think just before I went on, I got off the phone with him. He said, "Dad, I'm just doing my final report, and then I'm going to take it off for the night." So hopefully he gets some rest. Yeah, but that just says you never know what any moment brings for any of us. So please be careful out there. The weather is crazy. It's icy. It's snowy. It's rainy. Just be careful. We have enough on our head, with stuff like that. So thank you all for the wishes. Anyway, getting back to Midas touch. I just want to make it clear that I do not understand what the problem is. I am giving them the benefit of the doubt that maybe they're just busy, whatever the case is, but enough is enough. After today, I got a lot of DMs, a lot of messages from a lot of you, a lot of our subscribers that are saying, we're disappointed. Why isn't Midas Touch talking about stuff that you're breaking? Folks, I'm also disappointed. You know me, I don't sugarcoat it. This is not an attack on Midas Touch. I hope that they, wake up. But sometimes people become a product of the actual thing they try to not do and fight. And the number one thing of Midas Touch, what I was so proud of them is that they were not an echo chamber and delivered the actual news. Because in the beginning, I was part of all the breaking news that they were doing. If you take a look at how Touch started, I was part of mostly all of the breaking news and giving them all the information. Today, for some reason, they rather have people out there that have, no knowledge of what's going on, but have a lot of opinions about what's happening because they have, for some reason, they've been an ambassador 20 years ago. Served in the military for 30 years. And because that gives them certain qualification to be able to give you guys opinions about what's going on in an administration that none of these people know. None of them know him. None of them talk to them. None of them understand him. I love the guys. I really hope that we could come to an understanding. I've been reaching out to them. They've been telling me that they want to do something in Ukraine. Again, I don't need any of this. I want to do this because they have a major, big platform, folks. And if we could get on their platform at least once a week about Ukraine, I think it would be extremely important. I think the one thing, Midas Touch does not have a real, Ukrainian information source. They have opinions. All these people come up. They promote all these different writers that have opinions. And I'm sorry, but opinions. Thank you, Cindy. They're a dime a dozen. And we need to be able to give. So let's give them a wake up call. Let's make sure a lot of you've been out there. Tag them, talk to them, out them. But I'm going to also reach out to them again, give them another opportunity because this is not about division. If all of you that know me, I'm about unification, and I want them to wake up, and we need to start doing some stuff. On that note, I want to let you know that even though I'm disappointed with the Midas Touch, my son, I spoke to him earlier today, and he asked me if we could put together, once he gets a little bit better, he wants to do a special on Ukraine. So my son, Aaron, is going to be doing a special on Ukraine with me and Alexander and others, discussing, talking about it, helping whatever we can, breaking all the news on it, because it's extremely important that that news is out there. So hopefully the Midas Touch and people like, Acosta and others wake up because, look, Joy Reid, incredible. She says, Lev, just keep coming on. The left hook with Wajahid Ali, just think about it. We might not agree on everything, but we're out there making sure to get the information out there. Dean Blundell, Zev Shalev, all of these great independent journalists out there that are out there breaking this news that we're constantly going out there. But for some reason, some of these bigger platforms that could really help do the damage and help us raise the money quicker. And I know Ken Harbaugh very well. Ken is I know him all at the Midas Touch. That's the crazy part. We're all family. We're all friends. So I don't, I don't want this to be misunderstood as I'm trying to, attack Midas. I'm trying to wake them up because we need to, put together a game plan and have a special program for Ukraine. Let Midas play. They have, tremendous following to be able to spread the message, and also on all the breaking stuff that we spread, because we have a lot of breaking news that we constantly spread, but unfortunately, it doesn't get to the exposure. And look, at the end of the day, we're going to do it with Midas, without Midas, with Acosta, without Acosta, with anybody else. We're doing it because as soon as we raise our phase one of what we need to raise, folks, we're not going to be doing what we're doing here. We're going to be running the show. I promise you, we're not going to be wanting to even be associated with nobody because our message is good. They're going to be chasing us. I promise you, every one of you. I vow to you. I give you my word, because to me, this is more than passion. This is something that I owe each and every one of you for everything that I've been a part of with this devilish cult called Mega, and we're gonna get back. So Now, for the last 15 20 minutes we have, folks, so let's talk about Ukraine because it's very important. I'm going to bring up also. I'd like to bring up Cheech right now. Cheech is one of our subscribers. Cheech is also somebody that has his fiancés in Ukraine. He has family in Ukraine, in Odessa, actually. He's outspoken for Ukraine. And Cheech, welcome to the platform.
Yeah.
Before we go into giving everybody some news about what we're doing, what's happening, I want to give everybody an update on what's happening because today the media is not talking about. Some questions were asked of Trump. What's happening in what's it called with the peace talks in Berlin? You're seeing stuff coming out that are basically a bunch of lies, a bunch of again fake news, as they like to say it. They're saying that the talks are becoming closer. The talks are not becoming closer. Basically, Ukraine is being put in a position to give up more and more. Zelensky's being very strategic. Part of right now is Zelensky said to him, "You want us to give up NATO membership? We'll give up NATO membership. You gotta give us some sort of Article 5 protection." Trump is not planning on giving them any Article 5 protection. What my sources are telling me, he's pushing the Europeans, for the Europeans to be able to go up to, what's it called? Um, do the protections, and he's trying to walk away farther and farther because he understands that there's no deal that's going to be made with these type of, again, these are more and more. Oh, Cheech, I lost you. Let me get Cheech back up here. We lost Cheech. Sorry about that. I don't know how we did. So more and more. In the meantime, right now, what's happening? There we go, Cheech. We got you, brother. Again, folks, joining NATO is it's just it's terminology. I mean, it's just a word. The bottom line is, if Trump wants to give them protection, if the Europeans want to give them protection, there's a way to structure the protection. The problem is, and that's why I don't want to spend too much time on it, but I want to be very clear. This is why I say all of these conversations are a bunch of bullshit. These are basically ways of them trying to put Zelensky in a corner, put him into a box, trying to change regime change to be able to input their own people to be able to take over Ukraine, so they could be able to carve it up, as a carving board, and then go further into Europe. Because if you saw the national doctrine that Donald Trump put out, it spells it out there, black and white. We're not going to protect Europe. You guys are on your own. We don't care. And because, what did I tell you? America first. It's part of what MEGA was. It's America first. 1930s all over again, folks. 1920s. They're going back to it. But we have some news. Cheech, I know, and we were able. Cheech was the first one I told the news to, because Cheech has actually his fiance is there and his family's there. And I saw a post from Cheech that they were all huddled up, and because they had no water, no light, and a brand new baby on the that just came in a week ago. Cheech, God bless that child. So I called Alexander and I said, "Man, we gotta figure something out. I know we're doing these hygiene stuff, but we gotta get." So we started calling generals and everything. And Alexander, with God's help, we were able to. There was a big group of generators that came in, and Alexander with nails pulled out 40 of them.
40.
So we were isolated 40 generators, folks. They're different kind. They range from different watts, kilowatts. Some are $2,000, some are 5,000, some are 25, and they're gonna go for different places from. And they range from. And the great part is they range from apartment buildings, because you could install them into an apartment building, into somebody's apartment. You could put them into schools. You could put them into locations. They're different size. You spoke to Alex before he went. I didn't even get you. So tell me, what did you guys speak with?
Yeah, I did. That was kind of a surprise. I reached out to Alex, and he called me, and like he's like a brother now.
We're family.
Yeah, we're all family, and he said, we talked about the generators. Now, I want everybody to understand, some of you that have seen my posts that I put up on my Substack, the photos of families that are huddling in a garage, where they're using multiple devices on trying to charge their cell phones. And another FYI is that cell phones. The internet there is severely limited. So they're having difficulty reaching their loved ones because they don't have electricity. Some of these people are actually cooking in their doorways. They'll have something that is out on the street. So, the challenges that they're facing, I call them challenges, but they're real effing problems.
Man,
Uh,
it's pitch black and it's freezing.
yeah,
It's
there's like
pitch black. The whole Odessa. I mean, I today I
it's
saw. I mean, it's like pitch. I can't even explain to you.
and they have water trucks so that people are
Yeah.
able to get I don't know how fresh the water is, but it's water that they need to cook with. So, thankfully, we have Lev. Thank you.
Oh, God bless you,
And
brother.
we have Olex over there that's sending the hygiene kits to where they're most needed. So with the uh, the GoFundMe for the generators, this is going to
This
help.
is separate. This is something that
Yeah,
came out. God gave us, guys. This is literally. Cheech will tell you,
yeah.
the generators there right now in Ukraine are more than gold. I
Oh,
mean, it's more than food, because right now part of what Russia has been doing is they've knocked out all the energy
all the
centers,
substations.
all the
Substations have been
substations
hit.
all
Um,
over Ukraine. And
all over.
it's Cindy, this is like a Christmas miracle, a Hanukkah miracle,
Yes.
whatever religion we believe it is, because to be able to get 40 generally, that's going to be able to just think about how many hundreds or maybe thousands of people we're going to be able to save by being able to directly. And the first generator is going to Cheech's family, because we're going to make sure that that little child has at least electricity, water, and full food because of. And anyway, and by the way, Cheech, I'm sorry, any one of you here in our community that has family in Odessa or in Ukraine, or has loved ones or friends, please DM us. Please,
Let us know.
if let us know, or go through the Proton hotline, the volunteer hotline at levpttp.proton.me, and let us know if you have loved ones or you need help, anything, because that's part of the first thing. Is we're all family here, and we need to make sure that we help whatever we can and protect our loved ones there.
We need to make sure that they survive the winter. That's it's we're into the coldest part of the winter coming up now, and we're
Yeah.
here. We're looking at what we consider to be cold for them is imagine being it's maybe in the 20 degrees here. There it's of course in Celsius, it's around 0 Celsius or lower, but it's still for them to be able to survive. They need to have heat, they need to have electricity, they need to have food, they need to have water, and the only way that can happen is if we help them. So
And that's why I'll tell you. That's why I tell you honestly. One of the main reasons, besides saving our democracy, I put pressure on people like the Midas Touch. Why I'm so grateful that my son Aaron's going to do a special on Ukraine, because you just think about this $120,000. How many thousands of people, and how many just for how long we're going to be able to save and help, and how many countless. And we need to do it quick. We don't have weeks, months to do it, because first of all, they don't have it. Smash those hearts, folks, so we could get as many people in here. They don't have the time. Every day, like Cheech says, it's freezing. And while it's freezing, they're still getting hit, bombarded. They're huddling up. They're cooking in their hallways. There's no with the water and the electricity. It's all run together. So this is not something that could be distributed like other GoFundMe's we have, where we're constantly trying to help. This is literally, like some of you said, a godsend, really, to be able to find 40 generators that we could be able to go and immediately go out there and start giving them out in Odessa. It would be the biggest thing. So please, folks, share that GoFundMe, and let's do whatever we can to get as many as we can, because as soon as we come in, we're going to start buying them, and we're going to start shipping them. Alex told me today that he called one of my dear friends. He's the head of the military, the police, the national, like LaGuardia police, Slava, he goes to me and he goes, I told him that we're going to bring the generators. And he said to me, Alex, he goes, please, I love you. Don't even come. Just send them because it's so bad here. You don't, there's just send them so we could get it. Just think about that. He told Alex not to even come there, worried about because they're getting hit so hard in Odessa.
If you're able, I follow on Telegram. Of course, you have to be selective on what channels you do choose to use on Telegram because of all the propaganda that's there. But you also, if you're on Instagram, there is Kurs, Kurs dash Odessa. It's they're it's a group that's within Odessa that puts photos up about what's going on there in the city. And once you see those photos, then you'll appreciate the resiliency of those people and the determination that they have to continue and fight. They're not going to give up land.
Oh, no.
They're not going to give it up. And I read, that about President Zelensky, about all these possibilities. He talks about NATO, but I say read the tea leaves, because what it is that he is setting it up so that the EU, Europe, is going to take over where the United States is going to step away, and
Of course,
that is going to happen. And of
it's
course,
already happening.
Ukraine is developing their own long range missiles. They already have another one that is able to go even further, and they'll be able to hit deeper into Russia. And at this point, I think Putin he's starting to worry. He's already there. He knows that his time is short, and that's why he's pushing Trump to try to get Zelensky to make a decision.
100, Cheech, 100%. This is exactly, that's why I'd rather have the Midas guys have you on. You could explain it just, I mean, as except for, I mean, but think about it, just when I got the messages about, and I'm watching the pundits and out there, and, and again, I'm not trying to insult, that's why I don't want to put any names out there. A majority of these people, they have not lived through this era. They don't know these people. They don't know Trump. They don't know the people inside, and they're giving opinions basically. If you take a look, folks, just think about this. In the past 10 months, how many times the media and all of these same pundits have gone back and forth and said, how many times did they tell you that Trump did 180 and he's now hard on Russia? I could tell you at least 5 to 6 times they told you that.
He does the pivot every single time. It's like this.
Correct, right? It's like, it's enough is enough. Again, enough is enough. Like, we're not going to take it anymore. And it's like, we're going to do it one way or the other. I wanted to have Cheech. Thank you so much, my brother, for coming up, my brother. I just, we're going to get a lot of this done. I wanted to have the special,
bring them up. There's people that have, we have other family members that want to come up. And I'll just say this to everybody. I appreciate that there's people that have become paid subscribers to my Substack. And as I promised, 100% of what you, if you're a paid subscriber, it goes to help Kharkiv. It goes to help Ukraine. It goes to the GoFundMes to support Ukraine. So.
God bless you, brother. I know you help, and we're going to get your family there, whatever we could do to help them and get you there. And soon Cheech is going to be live from Odessa as part of our, we got Alex in Kiev. Cheech is going to be in Odessa. We're going to get you taken care of.
Alex already said to me, he says, I'll send you the kits. You could distribute those into Odessa. I said, perfect.
That would be perfect. God bless, brother. God bless. We're going to get you. So thank you for all of your, and we'll say a prayer for your loved ones to make sure that they get through the night.
Be safe, be well, everyone.
You too. Take care, Cheech. Folks, again, I just want to thank each and every one of you for joining us today. I want to special thank out to my special right hand, Ali. Besides my wife is my left hand, but not Ali. I'm sorry about Jay. I have so many different Jay. I just want to say, you know who you are. God bless you for coming into our life at LEVREMEMBERS and helping me with organize a lot of the stuff behind the scenes. One day when Jake is able to come out and share, I look forward to really giving her a the proper thank you from all of us here in the family. I want to do do a special thanks to Pegs. You are amazing. So each and every one of you, I saw a lot of putting out, Dimitri and others putting out the Midas touch. Why? Keep doing it. Keep asking him. It's a simple question. There's no reason. Because the one thing I'll tell you guys, and this is the important thing. This is I'll give you a little tool that we could use with all of them. Whenever you speak to any of these pundits, whenever you speak to any of these reporters and everything, and say there's one of two things: either Lev Parnas is not credible, and he's either lying or he's not credible, and if that's the case, then you need to expose him, or you need to do your job and you need to report on the news that Lev Parnas is giving you, because he's risking his life. He's risking his freedom. There's a lot of people behind the scenes and his sources that are risking their life and freedom to bring news that is important for our country to know. And we do not need to hear pundits giving opinions about what happened 20, 30 years ago. We need to hear what's happening now. So we know how to act, and we need to know how we deal. So they have all these big platforms that, because of us, we help them build it. We are their subscribers. They need to listen to us now. So they need to listen to us. They need to start reporting on real news, not the news. We don't need Midas to report what's going on MS Now or on CNN. We could do that ourselves. We need Midas to get back to doing what they're real doing. I'm actually also speaking with these guys from Real American. They are doing some incredible stuff. We're going to be doing more stuff with them. They're going to be reporting it. They're actually, I think, I spoke to him sometime this week. Real American is going to do a fundraiser for the GoFundMe to try help us raise some money on their YouTube on there. So they're jumping along, and I hope the Midas guys wake up and do it here, because I have nothing but the best for Ben, for Brett, for Jordy. They're great. I think they have a good. I think they just overwhelmed maybe, but that's not an excuse. Right now, they need to get a kick in their ass. They need to wake up. They need to start helping out, because these GoFundMe's that we're doing here, just think about what we're doing with our small little platform, how many people we're helping. If we had the support of guys like the Midas Touch that would be able to, just think about if we were able to go on YouTube and have a special on the Midas Touch platform where they have millions and millions of subscribers, where we could talk about this breaking news of Ukraine, even once a week, even a weekly show. If you take a look at their ratings, it's you can't make it up. Don't understand. But if you take a look, it is what it is. So, with that said, enough of that. Hopefully tomorrow is a better day. Hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to give you some better news about this whole Midas stuff and what's going on. In the meantime, please ask your questions. Send them just like we do when we do to the congressmen and senators. You all have a voice. You all know you have common sense. You all here follow me. And if you agree with what I'm saying, I ask each and every one of you, go send Midas a letter. Go Ben Midas, the Midas group, Jordy Midas, Brett Midas, send him a tag him, send him an email, ask him what the problem is. Tell him to wake up. Tell him to take a look, and we need to start reporting on real news. Enough of this echo chamber. Enough of this, promoting all of it. It's great that we could all get, all of these congressmen. So what happened? Just think about what changed. So now these congressmen, instead of going on CNN, they're going on the Midas Touch to give you I mean, it is what it is. I'm not gonna, berate the subject, but the number one thing I want to ask of you guys today is three things. A, please subscribe, become paid subscribers, spread the message far and wide. It's extremely important. Two, please support the two GoFundMe's. One is to get us over the top to be able to hire for our mission to save our democracy here. Whatever you could do, I know you guys are doing a lot, and I'm asking a lot of you, and I apologize, but it's just that time of time that we need. Hopefully, after January, I won't have to be asking. Hopefully, we'll be able to set up our machine bigger than Midas, bigger than any of them out there, where we'll have our own funding, our own machine, and when we come out there, we'll have millions of followers. When we go online, that's what we're building. That's part of what phase one is. So we don't have to depend on anybody else. That's why the GoFundMe is so important. And the other thing is the generators today. I want to say, folks, this is not a regular GoFundMe. This is a gift from God. This is literally came down. Generators in Ukraine right now are the hottest commodity. If you think about it, when we have hurricanes here, if you think about when we have natural disasters, what is the most important thing and what's the go is generators. So I just want to let you know, folks, that is right now something that we need to do as quick as possible, as fast as possible. So please, I hear that we already, I think, raised $500. God bless each and every one of you. Keep going. You got to think about each generator is approximately 3,000, just to make it easier for you to do. So for every 3,000 we raise, there's a family, there's a school, there's some kids, there's some elderly that we're going to be able to give light, we're going to be able to give water, we're going to be able to help out. They're not going to be in the darkness on the holidays. So do your best. The number one thing is, besides donating, spread it wide on every platform. And that's why one of the things we need Midas and others to do is to spread this, to be able to go do the goodwill. Because think about it, we're spending money, which is hard to be able to get it, but then people like Alexander, people like Cheech that are planning on going to Ukraine are going to be then delivering it in the middle, in the cold, and going to be, while the rockets are falling, while people are getting blown up from around them, to be able to do it. So they have a lot of go. It's one thing after another thing. I see American Citizen wants to come up. Let me see if I could get you up before we leave. Let me see. Hold on a second. American. American. There's American Citizen. Can you try to pop up, because there's just say something in the message scroll, because there's a lot of American Citizen, and I don't want to invite the wrong one. So I'm scroll. Oh, I got you right here. I got you. There we go. I just sent an invite. There we go.
Hey, how you doing?
I am doing great, great. I was at, there's so many America. It was hard for me to get you up there but I'm glad I was able to get you.
All right. Well, thank you for all you do. I'm going to be real quick because I know everyone's time is worth something. So here's a few ideas I have. First off, I don't know if you can get with Cheech or some other people over there. If we were to do a school children do a pen pal program, and if kids get to like talking with other kids from other countries, it would start with a letter, but it could go to something more. Like we could send you something, okay? The other thing with that, other than the pen pal idea, so we need a program with, there's several unions here in the United States where there's 1 million, 3 million teachers. Get a hold of one of those unions. You could easily get a bunch of school kids. We'd only need the school kids there, really. Okay. Now the other thing,
you know what I'm going to say to you, American Citizen, because I love everything you're saying. And please, do you have the email hotline? It's right. Do me a favor. Write this down right now.
Yep.
It's LEV, T as in Peter, T as in Tom, T as in Tom, P as in Peter, at proton, PROTON, .me, M-E. That's Lev, PTTP, at proton.me. I want you to send an email, and you're going to get a response from Jay. Jay is running our back, and you will speak to Jay. I want you, please, because your ideas are incredible, and you have some great. I want you to speak to her so we could set up so we don't just talk. We actually put it into motion, and we start going and getting it done. Because one of the things I love what you just said about the pen pal and the kids, because kids, I have 7, are very dear to my heart. So one of the thing is that we're planning on doing is Alexander in the next couple of days is planning on going to some children's hospitals, children, and also children's what's it called? I'm sorry, centers, IDP centers where they lost, and we're buying like Santa Claus. I'm trying to get Alex to dress like Santa Claus. He's like loved, it's I don't have, but we want to. But I'm just joking. But we're definitely going to bring him gifts. We're going to bring him. He's also going to. So kids are very important. And I think like that pen pal program is great ideas, and we could put other people in place because like we can't have like Alex do it because he's doing other things, but there's other people in Ukraine, volunteers that we will connect, that will be able to implement that. Absolutely, stuff like that.
If we do this quickly, they could actually have something by Christmas. They could actually.
Yes, that's what I'm saying to you. That's why I stopped you right away. I said, don't even waste your breath. Go email it right now. And Jay is waiting for you. There it is. Left PTT. Jay is already waiting for you. And believe me, we have a group of right now close to 100 people already supporting. They're ready to jump on it.
Can I say just 2 other? Really, really quick. I try to be very quick.
Please.
The other thing is a 3D printer. If they have 3D printers, they could make an Archimedes wind turbine. And I actually made a post for you guys. I'll send that to Jay as well. But if they just have some spare parts, a lot of laptops have really big magnets. You add that magnet in. If they have 3D printers, they could make their own wind turbines. They would have electricity.
Wow.
It would be not a huge amount, but if you had 100-watt electric blankets, LED lights, and they could charge their phones, it would be something minimal. But they could have it even in rural areas. Here's the thing: if you
that is amazing. I mean, that's an amazing ideas. I wouldn't even think of that. That's what I'm saying to you. That's why.
And here's the thing with the generators: generators require fuel. This doesn't require any fuel. So this could be. And here's the thing: if you have an extruder, it's called an extruder. You can pick up old. I'm sorry, because I'm excited.
No,
Bottles,
please. I love it.
These bottles off the side of the road, what you can do is you can cut them and you can put them through an extruder. It basically makes it into a plastic thread that you can use in a 3D printer. So you don't even have to get the plastic. You could actually, so if you could just have those 2 pieces of equipment, and a lot of people have 3D printers, you could totally make these wind turbines. And again, off just spare parts of just a few magnets. Again, a lot of old laptops and stuff have those magnets in it. And I put together a whole file on this for you guys. I'll send that also to Jay.
Send it to Jay immediately, and we will get on some of this stuff immediately, because I think a lot of these programs, I think these are great ideas and that we could put together. Because like one of the other things for the generator, I didn't even get into, which because we'll get into maybe tomorrow, I'll do another live and we'll do another update and we'll go into it. And hopefully Alexander will be with us. So if you could join us tomorrow, American, that would be awesome. And we could talk some more of these things. But we're talking to some people in Poland through a source of mine here in the United States, actually, that does emergency relief fund. He introduced me to a group in Poland that builds his equipment there, and they have what's it called? Solar paneled systems that connect, that we're also looking into, because like you're right, one of the things that Cheech has also talked about, and one of the biggest problems there is also getting fuel to a lot of these generators. I agree with you. So, but look, we got one thing at a time. You know what I'm saying to you right now. God blessed us with these 40 generators. We got to do whatever we can to get them over there, and then figure out how, we'll get them. But I agree with you.
But if Oleg knows a few people that have 3D printers there, I actually have files. You can go to What's in the Jig, and I actually the post that I did in Substack has all the files. It actually just links. You go there, and they can start right now if they have them there. even
I'm going to
really
link you directly to Alex. That's what we're going to do.
okay,
But through that, that's what I want to do. So I'm going to link you directly to him, just like I did with Cheech. And this way, you guys and whoever he'll be able to do himself. If not, he'll know who to connect you with that might have it, because there's a lot of people that have. You're right, 3D printers. Alex might not, but we might find somebody or a group of old computers or people that had a business that might be able. You know what I'm saying to you? Absolutely. I'm on it with you 100%.
Okay, so I'm only going to say just one or two other things really quickly, just for everyone
Yeah.
in general. Tomorrow, December 16th, Facebook has new, they're changing the security. I did a post on this morning, you guys, and basically there's instructions in there. If you specifically go through the instructions, you guys, you basically tell Facebook that they cannot look through your old DMs and use it for their AI.
Oh, wow.
Basically, it
That's
keeps your
great
DMs private.
news.
Okay, so if you guys want to do that
Thank
to
you.
keep yourself private, the other thing, and I'll just quickly say this, I said this before, and I'll say this again, if anybody wants it, free links, I have no paywalls. None of this is for money, you guys. We probably are going to go in an economic depression in 2026. I hope I'm wrong. But
No, you're
I
not.
think you guys need to protect your retirement funds. There's a letter. You send this letter to your HR departments. They will send it to wherever they need to do. And you guys could protect your retirements, like reduce the risk.
Actually,
Right.
what I would like to do, because we spoke about this, me and you, before. If
Yep.
you could DM me on this, I have somebody else that might join us special for this, and we could do a special live, because I think this is not something we should just pass on quickly. I think this is an extremely important conversation, because I agree with you. I think our economy right now is a bubble, just because of the way the markets are and the way Trump is and Lutnick and all of them are keeping the bubble floating, and people are not realizing what it could happen and what will probably happen. And I think it's an important discussion that we could have, where we spend some time on it, and you could give some advice instead of rushing into it, because I think you're 100% right with that.
Yep. So if you guys want, I can totally do that. But the two things are, it's a letter and they're linked. So at the bottom is a link to the opposite one, and the other one is for healthcare, because we need catastrophic healthcare insurance for next year, and we probably need to go to what's called direct physician care networks, which is basically doctors that don't use insurance, and that might be a way that we can actually afford healthcare. And for people who are actually sick, I'm talking like cancer or autoimmune diseases, having something like international healthcare plans, and that might be the only way we afford our healthcare next year, you guys. So, like, if you send this right now to your HR departments, right now is when they're planning for next year. So these letters are right now is the time to send them to your companies to try to protect your retirement funds and have them be able to have a plan that is affordable for you to have healthcare next year. So
God bless you, American citizen. Thank you so much for this, because that's the one thing that everybody. I don't even want to. That's another subject we're going to get into. My wife is just screaming at me because dinner's ready. But that's the other is healthcare. Healthcare. No. This is extremely important. You're 100% right. So this everybody, please listen to what. And first of all, go subscribe right now to American Citizen, and make sure to take a look at those links and understand exactly what's going on, because this is extremely important information. These little things that we don't know about. If you go write these letters to your, HR and everything, it could be a difference between health insurance and no health insurance. And that's tremendous. So please go out there. American Citizen, thank you so much for coming up. Please DM me and make sure instead of DMing me, best is go email to the hotline. And
I'll send it to Jay. I have Jay. I've talked to Jay before.
Perfect. We're good, and I want to get you in touch with Alexander, so we could go on and start working on some of those ideas that you have. I think they're incredible. We need to put them into motion, and also I want to set up a special space live, talking about exactly what's going on with the economy and things we could do. And some of your ideas, because I think they're tremendous. So I want to thank you so much.
Thank you. You have a nice day. I'm sorry. Go eat dinner.
God bless you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Guys, incredible live. Just want to thank each and every one of you for joining. We have an incredible family. We have an incredible team. We are a movement. We are the resistance. Our voices, trust me when I tell you, we're going to succeed, and we're going to do. And the one thing I could do is we could all sleep well at night, and know that we're helping so many people, so many kids, and we're saving our democracy. So each and every one of you together, you could be proud that we're part part of this together. Each and every one of us are making history together. So God bless each and every one of you. Make sure to go subscribe, become paid subscribers if you can. And most importantly, there's the 2 GoFundMes besides going to volunteer if you can. The 2 most important GoFundMes today is the godsend that God gave us, that we got the 40 generators in Ukraine. We need to get them because they're not going to last long. Whatever we could get, we need to create. If we can't grab them, they're going to go away somewhere, to other regions. And Odessa is somewhere I was born. Odessa is dear to my heart. Odessa is dear to our family's heart. Cheech's family's in Odessa. So let's do whatever we can because they're in, folks, pitch black. I can't explain to you just imagine New York City, pitch black, and no lights, no food, no water, freezing, wintertime, snow. It's extremely, extremely bad situation. So that's why do whatever you can and make sure donate there. And then if you have anything left over and you can, contribute to my GoFundMe because phase 1 is the most important part. As soon as we go higher, as soon as we get phase 1 done, I could stop doing these GoFundMes and go out there and doing some real damage and showing you, because like I say, don't watch what they do. Don't watch what they say, watch what they do. So I want to say the same thing to you. Enough talking. Enough is enough. It's time for action. So have a great day. For those of you who are celebrating Hanukkah, happy Hanukkah. And everybody else, God bless you. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.